Cancer, either you're really busy right now or things are about to pick up and get busy. There's a lot going on, and the first thing I got was there's some kind of sound clash. It's like a lot of noise, a lot of different sounds. It feels like maybe you're working on something intently, or you will be put to work soon. I'm getting maybe by your guides or your higher self, or maybe an actual job. There's something about getting something done. And as I'm seeing you work on something, and it could be something that you absolutely love and enjoy, there's another energy that's kind of watching you. And this energy that's watching you feels gentle. It doesn't feel like threatening or anything like that. It feels like someone who wants to approach, or an energy that wants to approach you, but knows that you're extremely preoccupied and busy. Now, this energy could be a person, or maybe it's just energy in general, something you've manifested that wants to come towards you. It could be a spirit guide. I don't know. You take it how it resonates. But I did get that you're going to get unexpected contact. And then I heard mend a fence. Somebody wanting to mend a fence with you. So this is a connection or a person who feels like there's an issue between the two of you. I'm not sure if you feel that, but this person wants to mend a fence with you. But they're seeing you, and they're seeing you very busy. Then I heard bluebell, like the flower, and I looked it up, and bluebells symbolize humility, constancy, and everlasting love. So typically, on this channel, explicit messages around love don't come through. I keep things open in general, so you can translate it however you want. And I'd like to keep it that way. So you can think about everlasting love as maybe somebody who you did have a romantic relationship with, or you are going to have a romantic relationship with, or this could be a different kind of love. This could be a platonic love, a familial love. This could be a spiritual kind of love for the earth, for the universe, for animals. So you take it how it resonates. I've said that twice now. And I feel like somebody is also approaching you, this energy, hoping that you are going to take something as kindly as possible. That's what I'm getting. So I pulled out some of these cards here just to get a clearer picture on what was going on. It's funny I say that because one of the cards I got was not seeing things clearly, craving, shifting gears, and closed off. And then I pulled one more. It was just kind of sticking out, and I got ancestors. So for some of you, this is a connection to your ancestors. Something's been closed off. You haven't been able to access information, or you haven't been feeling the connection as strongly as you used to. Maybe there was a little bit of a break between you and this energy, or some kind of, I'm hearing a breakthrough. There's some kind of clash between this energy. There could be something going on in the family. I'm getting, this is very specific, but for some of you, you had like some disagreement in your family about extended family or about ancestry. There's something going on there for someone. Or it doesn't have to be ancestors for all of you. It could be a person who's been closed off to you, or you've been closed off to them. There's something about them shifting gears now, okay? They have realized that they haven't been seeing things clearly, okay? And then for some of you, this could be both and, okay? Both things could be going on. For some of you, your ancestors are coming in, okay? You're making a connection with your ancestors, unexpected contact, because you're not seeing something clearly, and they're trying to come in and give you some kind of support. Now, I feel like when they do come in a real way where it's tangible for you, whether that's you make a discovery about your family and suddenly now you have a better understanding of where you come from and who you are, or you find some memorabilia, or you find some kind of artifact, or you have some kind of historical knowledge that's imparted on you about your ancestors, there's like a stronger bond that gets formed. And I feel like it's going to be constant from now on. It's not going to slip away anymore. So let's get further in and see what's going on for you, Cancer. Bluebells are very pretty flowers too. I feel like if you feel guided, maybe you should look them up. There's something about them that's very gentle and non-threatening. And I feel like for some of you, you're thinking about somebody who maybe you had something very tumultuous with. And it could be that energy that's, having an eye on you and wanting to approach. But regardless of what they've done, as it stands right now, there's no threat. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. You're protected. So you get to decide what you want to do, of course. Okay, and if you want to listen to this message, I don't know where we're going to go, but let's see. 533 could be a significant number for some of you. I'm seeing like a diner and an old restaurant menu, like with a jukebox. Red diner. Okay, let's see. I'm hearing they're playing my favorite song. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what is the theme of this reading? Faith, number 14. Hope, inspiration, and rejuvenation. See, I feel like this is going two ways. There's two stories here that are very clear, and I'm going to try to hold both of them at the same time, which isn't easy. But I'm going to try because I know people are resonating different wavelengths. But the first is somebody has been keeping the faith, okay? They've been keeping their faith. They've been changing gears, switching gears, and they want to make unexpected contact with you in order to mend a fence. For others of you, this is you keeping the faith and you reaching out to spirit and saying, I need some help here, or I need some support in what I'm going through. And it feels like that's going to be rejuvenated. Okay, let's go in further. And again, for some of you, it could be both of these things happening at the same time. This necklace is really catching my eye. And the color yellow. There could be something about a necklace that's significant for you. Maybe an heirloom gifted to you or something like that. Or you gave someone a necklace. Let's see. Fertility, and it's coming out in reverse. Well, some of you could definitely be trying to birth something into this world, whether it's a human or a project or a certain aspect of yourself that you want to see take center stage. If that's the case, if that resonates with you, then I feel like you've made contact with that energy. The contact has been made. Okay, let's go a little bit further. It's going to come together, whatever it is that you're diligently working on. Rest for the energy supporting you. Yeah, that's that hard work. You're going to be very busy. You need to rest a little, maybe so that you can make this contact and see that somebody is trying to contact you. Oh, wow. Rebirth as the challenge. Fertility, faith, rebirth. Challenging rebirth. That's what you're going through. I think I need a little bit more, Spirit. Can we have one more of these? We have phenomenon in reverse. Cancer, I feel like there's this energy here. It could feel like it's gnawing at you, but it's kind of this energy of like, what am I supposed to do? Like, it's kind of existential, I feel. Like you've come to a certain point in your life. You do know what you want, but maybe it's not happening, or you have some things you need to do before what you want to happen happens. There's kind of a moment here where you could be trying to keep yourself busy and distracted, because when things are restful and calm, all the thoughts and emotions they start pouring in and get a little overwhelming of what am I supposed to do now? I feel like this is part of the reason why your ancestors are making a connection with you, to give you some guidance, to help you with this rebirth, because it almost feels like something should have happened by now, but it hasn't. This is how I'm picking up your feelings. There's been a sound clash, lots of different noise or elements coming together, but nothing really gelling or holding or making sense. Mending a fence. Okay. Let's see, Cancer. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say to you. Can you tell me the energy that Cancer needs to embrace right now to support them? Hold on. Whoa. Energy Cancer needs to embrace. Indoctrinated. That's interesting. And the energy Cancer needs to release. Energy Cancer needs to release, Spirit. Yeah, there's something very quiet here. Strength, a quiet strength. You're trying to be very strong, Cancer, as you typically are. But I feel like this strength is not allowing you to feel something and know something that wants to be expressed to you by Spirit. It's like you're multitasking, or you're doing all these things, or you're building a business, or you're trying to stay strong for your family, or like you have this strength, like I can't let myself get into that moment of like, what's going on? You know? I know the feeling. It's familiar to me too. It's kind of hard to put your finger on exactly what it feels like, because it's not hopelessness, but it's a little bit of like feeling bewildered almost with a process, bewildered with a relationship, bewildered of the next steps. What you need to focus on is rest, and what you need to embrace is indoctrinated. Well, what has been indoctrinated in your life? What stories have you been told? Can you help me out, Spirit? Why does Cancer need to embrace this energy of being indoctrinated? Because usually when I hear that word, I have a negative association with it. It's like a forceful imposition of somebody's will or knowledge onto you, telling you things should be a certain way, convincing you, programming you. So why accomplishment, obstacle in reverse, and connection in reverse? Weird. You've removed an obstacle from your life, but it's at the same time that you removed this obstacle on your path to get to your accomplishment, which you did, you've accomplished something, you disconnected as well from something else. It's almost like removing this obstacle to get you to where you are now and to a path of accomplishment and success required you to disconnect. And maybe this is the unexpected contact to mend a fence. Spirit wants you to mend this fence so you could reconnect with something or someone. Still not answering my question about the indoctrination. Of course, we could all take this very interesting. Something about a congregation. We could all take this as a message that you need to look at the ways that you've been indoctrinated and embrace the ways that you've disconnected from some kind of indoctrination to remove an obstacle, which has led you to your accomplishment. But that's not quite it. I mean, I can see that story in the cards and how it can be read, but that's not exactly what Spirit's getting at. It's not the feeling I have. So, help me out. Potential and love. Oh, okay, well, this takes a little bit of a positive twist. You're a hopeless romantic. I have my Venus is in Cancer. Guilty as charged. Okay, hopeless romantic. I get it. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up here. There's a part of you that's a hopeless romantic. You see the potential in everlasting love. And you could be trying to convince yourself here like that, well, that's something society tells you, like those are values that have been programmed into us. That's not what real love is. There's some questions here about the pathway to true love and to finding love and to building a stronger kind of love. And I feel like there is a story that has been told to you over time that is perhaps something you should embrace and to not give up on that. Maybe it's something like you've wanted to get married, but now you've said like marriage is marrying for losers, or, that's not my opinion, it's what I'm getting. Or marriage is like, something that is institutionalized. It's not romantic anymore. But a part of you really wants that. It could be that. It could be something else here. There's some kind of value, family value or societal value that like you still feel a little like pull towards, but you've disconnected from it because it was presenting an obstacle for you. This is kind of a nuanced reading. I don't think it's going to resonate with everyone, and I even think some people might get upset at this reading, which is fine. But I'm feeling a pushback here in the energy. It's like, well, I really wanted this thing to happen, but it's not going to happen for me. Like it's just presenting an obstacle for me to see my potential to move past things. So I'm just going to disregard that and throw it in the trash can and say that was never worthwhile anyway, so I can move forward. But a part of you is saying, no, that is worthwhile. I do want that for myself. Okay. And so when we do things like that, if this is resonating, we push that part of ourselves that really desires something that we've told ourselves isn't good for us into the shadow. It goes into the shadow. And can create a little bit of havoc in our life. So you need to rest and reconsider what it is that you're committed to and want in this lifetime. I don't know, maybe for some of you with the fertility, it's children. I don't know. I don't have children. I don't have an opinion here on this, okay? But maybe that's what it is for you. This is interesting energy today, Cancer. Okay, let's go in further. Closed off, craving. Yeah, something you're craving, right? And now you're shifting the gears. You haven't been seeing something clearly because you've been closed off to it. And so then this energy that's watching you, it could be, like I said, a person, or maybe it's an aspect of yourself that you're trying to push into the shadow. But this energy that's trying to connect with you is trying to revive something, some kind of desire you have, okay, to mend a fence. Okay, let's keep going, Cancer. Let's see. So I guess, the thing to take away from what's been said so far is it's okay to have those desires. And yes, we have to accept in life that some things may just not happen, but there are other ways that we can fulfill that same desire by doing other things. Like what you're wanting, desiring, has a certain kind of energetic signature, a frequency, and you can channel that frequency, that energy, and have that desire come into fruition in a different avenue, in a different channel. So I'm just going to use this as an example. It doesn't have to be this for you, but I'm just going to go with it because of the fertility card. Say you've really wanted children and you can't have them for whatever reason. That desire to create something, maybe out of a a couple, with you and your partner, or a desire for you to rebirth yourself in another living being, or whatever the desire is, to be a mother, to be a father, you can channel that same energetic frequency into something else that you create. Whether that's, I'm hearing a classroom, maybe you're a teacher, a guide, a book, a painter, it's like you create something else. Channel that same frequency. Now, is it going to be exactly the same? No, it's not exactly the same. But rather than just saying, oh, forget about that totally, and I'm just going to totally put that energy in the trash can and not have it, consciously try to work with it. Does that make sense? And it doesn't have to be about being a parent. It could be a desire for a sibling. It could be a desire that you have to be a CEO. And now that you're in the spiritual realm, you realize that may be a matrix desire, but there's something you really want. You can rechannel that. Or you can maybe still go after it, depending on what it is for you. Okay. Nothing wrong with being a CEO, right? It's all about how you perceive that position and what you do with the power that is given to you in that position. Okay, so let's see. Strength and temperance, which is two of the cards we got here. Faith, number 14, is temperance, and strength here. So this is your overall energy. You're trying to balance out something in your life, to find balance. There's strength here for you. But this is also what's challenging you. There's something, temperance can be about timing too, and you need the rest. So there's something here about your strength actually gets much more ferocious when you allow yourself to relax and to balance. Okay, there's something about allowing something to flow and happen rather than pushing for it. Our minds are super powerful, okay? Like way more powerful than whoever they is, tell us, okay? So when we are pushing for something and we're struggling and we're putting in all of this work, it can definitely pay off and be a positive thing and have a positive result, but it can also be that drive to like push and work hard can come from this mindset of like, it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. I have to suffer in order to achieve something, or like, there's a struggle inherent in it that comes from a lack mindset that is telling you like, this is not going to happen. And so subconsciously, no matter how hard you work or how much you do, it's just not happening because the work that you're doing comes from a belief that you can't have it anyway. Okay, that's for some of you. And Spirit here is saying switch that off, okay, that kind of thinking. Take a break, have a rest, chill out, reconnect with your faith, with your ancestors, with Spirit, okay? And know that you don't have to work so hard for something, okay? Or when you go back to work on something, come to it with a different kind of mindset. Okay, I'm hearing 500 words. Maybe you feel like I have to write 500 words every day to get this done. And it's like a slog. Every day is 500 words. Allow yourself to have more rhythm, One day it's 2 words. Next day it's 800 words. Just an example. Allow there to be peaks and valleys, ups and downs. Discipline and dedication is good, but not when it's destroying you and putting you in a place of like, why isn't anything happening? Okay, let's see. What don't you see coming, Cancer? King of Pentacles. See, when you rest and you relax and you take a break and you have faith, things get easier. What's happening with this connection? Spirit, I feel like we kind of... Is this somebody here? What is this? Unexpected, right? What Cancer doesn't see coming. Page of Cups. Well, there they are. The Page of Cups. See, it's like they're looking over at you. And maybe they're not coming in because you're so busy. which doesn't mean like stop everything you're doing so someone can approach you. It's more of like an energy thing, right? It's like, I'm hearing shoe fly, you know? It's like they come in to mend a fence with you and you're like, I'm too busy to hear about this. And the opportunity is missed. Okay? For some of you, this could be someone younger than you. Yeah, somebody definitely wants to come in, and the Page of Cups can be an apology. This fish in the cup. Okay, let's see. What is your opportunity here? Cancer, what is your opportunity? Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing to go back to the start and see what you've learned and learn something new. What are you up to, Cancer? Tell me more about this opportunity. What are you doing? The Magician. Yeah, you're doing something here, the Star. And it is destiny. And it is what you're supposed to do. What you're working on is supposed to be, right? Like you're not heading in the wrong direction. You're inspired. But there's something here about slowing down, relearning something, rethinking something, using a different tool, the Pentacle. And I keep getting, you don't need to throw something out. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater kind of idea. Don't give up. Just try a different angle, but first rest, because you're not going to be able to see that new perspective, that new angle, unless you take a break. You know, sometimes we need that creatively, intellectually, relationally, like in our relationships. We need a moment alone. We need to pause. We need to reframe ourselves and cleanse the energy so that we can rethink, rebirth our hope, our inspiration. One second. This Magician's eyes are really pulling me in. There's a sadness in these eyes. What's that about? What's this sadness about? Beloved, love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. Number 24. There are big questions here on the table around love. Self-love, love for others, everlasting love over here, beloved over here. Your opportunity is to find yourself back in the flow of love. Okay, let's see. I'm hearing, what is love? That's the biggest question. What is love? Maybe that's something to think about for you. What is love? I think it's an energy. I think it's a creative energy. I think it's an intelligent energy. And I think it's an energy, I'm hearing this, that values reciprocity. Two of Pentacles, reciprocity. That's the challenge. Putting something into balance. Some of you are really distracting yourself. I can feel that. Or you're going to try to distract yourself because, Two of Cups, because of something that you want isn't happening, or because there's questions around coupling with someone. The Moon, yeah, there's fears, there's unknown things when it comes to a connection, when it comes to love. The Lovers, like, this is clear. Okay, this is clear. I like this, lovers. The colors are really nice. I think she's pregnant here too. Yeah, for me, love is creative. In a partnership where there's love, whether that's family, romantic, friends, whatever, there's a creative force, a creative drive to spark new ideas, spark new feelings, spark new emotions. Usually people are inspired more in their life when they're in love. So there's something about that that's coming through for you. Maybe you could think about some connection in terms of what it offers you creatively. Page of Swords, to investigate what that means to you. Okay, Two of Pentacles for the challenge here. Holding the balance, finding the balance, being super busy. Trust. Trust is a challenge? Yeah, I think so. I think most of us who have been betrayed have some kind of trust issues, right? And trust is earned. So there's a obstacle around trust. Are you going to trust bound? Are you going to trust this person? Love is also freedom. Visit here. Love allows you to grow. Creative, you know? There's growth in love. And to grow, you must be free. And you can feel like if you get into something, if you reconnect with someone, even if it's a family thing, you're going to be bound to something. There's going to be an issue with trust. There's a visitor coming with the truth. Wow. Okay. There you go. So the visitor, the unexpected contact, is bringing you some truth. Now you're going to have a hard time trusting this truth. But they're coming in to give you a new perspective, a new view on the situation. Okay, let's see your advice, Cancer. Advice for Cancer. Three of Pentacles. Let's get one more. And the Four of Cups. Before you say no to something, okay, see what it is that somebody is trying to make happen. See what they've... How do I say that, Spirit? See what they're offering you. Not what you think they're offering you, but what they're actually offering you. Let me get one more on this for the advice. View. Someone has worked very hard to connect with, to make this connection or this contact. Again, it could be a guide. You know, maybe, I don't know, just a random example. Maybe Hecate comes through and you're like, oh, hell no, I don't want to work with that lady, you know. And Spirit's saying, well, just like give it a chance here to see if that's what calls to you. It could be anything, right? Like that closed, yeah, threshold, because you're closing yourself off to some kind of threshold that's important for you to cross, closed off, right? Spirit doesn't want you to close the door until you're certain that you don't want to cross this threshold. And you are going to get some kind of sneak peek here. You are going to get a view. It's not going to be like you need to jump in all at once. You know, it's like someone gives you a preview of what something is going to be. Okay? I hope this is resonating because I'm not sure how it all connects, but I'm going to trust that it's reaching whoever needs to hear it. I'm going to pull an outcome, see what's going to happen in the next couple weeks. I'm also going to do an extended reading. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. So let's see. Cancer. What's going to happen in the next couple weeks in relationship to this? Any information that we could share? Ooh, the Nine of Pentacles. Well, I feel like this is self-evaluation. Surrounding your accomplishments, your independence, where you want to go. I'm seeing this person has their hands like this, like in a closed off gesture. And I feel like there's, I heard card detailing. Oh, you're going to look closely at something in relationship to yourself. and what you've accomplished and whether you want to share that. Justice. Everything you've accomplished by yourself up to this point has served you well, okay? It's been a hard journey, and I don't think you chose to do it on your own, but you did it nonetheless. And it's, I don't want to use the word rewarded. It's not that Spirit wants to reward you, but Spirit is offering you a pathway that is a little bit easier than what you've been up to and what you've been doing. But it's up to you whether you want to embrace this or whether you want to keep fighting and struggling against it. Anything else? The Devil. And then the Three of Cups. Trust issues here with other people. Spirit doesn't want you to be all by yourself, alone, feeling lonely, feeling like even if you're in a partnership that you can't really express who you are. And, don't give up on that part of you that wants connection. Okay? Because there is something here for you to connect to, and it's going to help you with your rebirth and whatever it is that you're trying to create. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.